Y'all, stay with me for a minute. But sometimes people's karma is their own frequency. Now, if you are in the mindset and manifestation community, you've probably heard of the Hawkins consciousness scale of frequencies that we emit through our emotions. And this is why they say your emotions and your state of being are what manifests. And of course, your level of detachment, whether you're good with it or good without it, that's what will come into fruition for you. Now, think about it, right? Think about how you've dwelled in the past, right? Maybe in lower frequency energy like fear, anger, resentment, guilt, shame, and the things that you didn't want have manifested, right? Like, let's say you're a person who is able to say you've lived through all of your worst fears. Well, I used to be one of those people as well. Well, when you finally separate yourself from that and you work on yourself and you elevate your mindset and you elevate your self concept and you raise your baseline frequency to like peace and enlightenment, which are like the highest on the scale, you begin to see everything and everyone not only as a reflection of you because it's the divine oneness, but you will start to see everything and everyone as frequency and energy, right? And you'll start to really understand why certain people do the things they do, why they live the way they live, and that you probably attracted that person into your life when you were operating at a lower frequency, right? So, don't get so down when relationships or friendships or things don't work out in your favor or work out the way you wanted them to. You should actually take it as a sign that you elevated because you did. Because once you leveled up out of that frequency, you were no longer a vibrational match to that person, that relationship, that dynamic, right? And it had to cut because it's just not a match. It quite literally couldn't exist. It wouldn't work, right? And, when you find yourself out here in your feelings about people who've done you wrong, people who've betrayed you, people who've lied to you, people who've cheated on you, people who've betrayed you and, ridiculed you and mocked you, well, them acting that way is like one of the greatest symptoms of their own poor frequency, right? That's their own lower vibrational frequency. And you guys see, I'm going to get the Hawkins sales. You guys see what type of life these people live, right? With their perception, their view, and just like their energetic state. And you don't have to ever worry about, oh, are they going to find someone else? Oh, are they going to, level up past me? A person operating that low in frequency cannot do better than you, especially if you've already separated and you're elevating at like a level of peace. They can't. They can only attract, like attracts like. They can only attract lower frequency experiences, people, and circumstances. It doesn't matter what they have on the outside because a lot of people do get caught up in like the material things and like the material world and these like shallow versions of status. A person could have all the money in the world, all the resources in the world, and still be miserable inwardly, right? Because of who they are being at their inner core, right? So this is why when you elevate, you have to really learn how to protect your energy so you don't allow in, especially when you're super magnetic and you're really charismatic and you tend to attract a lot of people anyway. You gotta really be careful with your energy. But honestly, just keep in mind, like, sometimes people's karma is simply just dwelling in the frequency you left them at. And sometimes it doesn't have to be like this deep thing. It's just like you're no longer a vibrational match, and that's okay. Low frequency gonna low frequency. They gonna do their best. They gonna try their best to bring you down to their level. But the more you ascend, the more you don't feed into it, the more you protect yourself, and the more you move away from that dynamic, the better off you're going to be. And the more you're going to attract that's going to actually be a vibrational match to you while you're up here elevating and vibrating at a state of peace, enlightenment, love, joy, right? Because you have that inner fulfillment, you have that inner peace. Do you know how rare it is for people to even achieve inner peace, like inner fulfillment, and have neutrality in this life with or without things? Because they already are it and they understand that nothing is ever truly lost, nothing is ever separate from us, especially when we understand that we are all one and we are all connected anyway and life is only reflecting us. Do you know how many people strive for that inner peace? So when you level up out of those situations and level up away from those people who tried to hurt you, bring you down, whatever, Well, their karma is their frequency. And if you've had to ever live in a lower frequency and elevate up out of it, then you know exactly what that means. And you know exactly what that's like. So just let it be. All there is.